Hello everyone and welcome. In this video I like to take a closer look on data running and hacking. The key gameplay consists of transporting and managing sensitive information across the galaxy. But what ship can do that and what capabilities do they have? Data running in Star Citizen refers to the specialized transport of encrypted information across the universe. Hacking complements data running by allowing players to infiltrate systems to access or manipulate data. This isn't just a simple hack and grab. It involves complex interactions with systems that might include puzzle-solving elements to mimic realistic hacking challenges. Both roles are intertwined with the ship's technological capabilities, such as encryption strength and scanning tools, which determine how data is handled, protected, or even stolen. The gameplay should require both strategic planning and technical skills. But we don't really have a lot of information on all of this, besides the following clips.
Is stealing data just interpreting transmissions, or can info runners also hack ships' data cores remotely?
So definitely we want to go towards the hacking thing. There's quite a few designs on this, different designs, so we have either of those will make great hacking gameplay. An example is a miner is sitting on a rock and trying to extract everything out of it. Then you can come in a stealthy ship and start hacking him, and you find out that he has a database of whatever 5,000 rocks that he knows the location of. He's just going through them and extracting all the goodies.
They're rocks, Hank.
No, they're minerals.
So you can extract that data of 5,000 rocks and just go, I will sell this to the highest bidder. Who wants this new data? And we also have to look into ways of protecting yourself against this type of thing.
Right.
Because we don't want it to be just I push a button and I win the game of hacking. It needs to be a balance. Especially when it comes to hacking, we're kind of trying to stay as realistic as possible. Hacking is a mind game. It's a logic puzzle. It's always something you have to rack your brains to solve. So it's not going to be whoever pushes the button faster wins the game. Definitely.
The Mercury Star Runner is primarily a data collector, but it also has capacity for storage. So depending on the day, if you want to go collect some data or you want to go collect some storage or cargo, it's entirely up to yourself really, but its primary goal is to collect data.
But before you can transport it, you've got to capture it, be that from being given the stored data or using the scanners to listen in on data and convert it, encrypt it, store it, and then do the running aspect of it.
It's got a dedicated scan bay, so it's got a little room off to the right when you go into the main area of the ship. It's got, say, a dedicated area where you can go and scan and collect them. It's also got 4 dedicated avionics for scanning.
And then it also has a very large bank of computers and data pods to store that in. It's much larger than the Herald, so it can hold a lot more. The downside is it's a much larger ship than the Herald, so you could be doing multiple trips in a Herald versus spending a lot of time gathering a huge amount of data in this and then transporting it.
So, do I have to worry that every scan I make with the Reliant Sand gets stolen? Apparently, not every ship can easily be hacked, since the encryption depends on the ship, according to the following clip.
Essentially, any ship can send data to another ship. It might be at a very basic level, and you can send all the data that you have to another ship. You can share coordinates, share discoveries, whatever, but it's going to take a while. If encryption is sort of locked to specific hardware in the ship, so if your ship has it, you can encrypt it. The ship at the other end will need the equivalent hardware to do that. Not all of them have it.
All of this information is 5 years old or even older. So we have very basic information of the mechanics or the actual gameplay. It kind of feels like a ChatGPT essay that barely scratches the surface of a topic while I was collecting this information. Let's take a look at the data running ships to hopefully get some more insights. There are currently 2 ships that we know of with data running capabilities. The first one is the Drake Herald. It's an engine and a cockpit with a computer in between. Don't get me wrong, I own a Herald and I love it. It's designed for fast and secure data transport. The Herald is also known for its robust encryption capabilities. What this is exactly remains still unknown. This ship should be ideal for fast and stealthy data delivery, since it's one of the fastest in the whole game. Then we have the Mercury Star Runner, or MSR in short. It's another data running ship. Unlike the compact Herald, the MSR is bulkier and equipped with a range of functionalities, including extensive data collection and encryption systems. It features a dedicated server room and secret tunnels, which I find a little excessive. It's often addressed as a smuggler ship, since it can hold quite a lot of cargo and data as well. Looking ahead, the potential for other ships to adopt data running capabilities exists, particularly among modular ships like the Retaliator, Caterpillar and Galaxy. However, no specific modules for these roles have yet been announced. Additionally, the Vanguard Sentinel stands out as a hacking-heavy fighter. The eWar gameplay has about the same information public as data running has. But here's a clip about the Sentinel.
Different. The main thing that changes with the Vanguard Sentinel is the central habitation pod. So this is where the eWar gameplay is going to be taking place. So the actual terminal, it's like a larger version of what you have in the Vanguard Warden. You have some screens for diagnostics. Right now they're using temporary displays just for some movement and life within this habitation pod. But I imagine in the future they could be replaced with diagnostics and relevant information for what you're doing. This entire area is almost based around an aircraft carrier. One really cool feature about aircraft carriers is they have like big glass displays which are illuminated and you can draw on, and you can see through these. So I wanted to try and get one of those in there. And also it's kind of based around things you might have seen from other sci-fi shows as well.
To start off, let's take a deep Hopium puff before we continue. The Herald could have an actual terminal inside the ship, just like a hacking console. Of course, it's just a simulated one, like in this project I did a few semesters ago. You could have folders filled with scripts for the ship that we're targeting. This could require the attacker to know its target, maybe even scout and prepare by buying the proper technologies from the black market, for example. It would open up the space for security-focused information hubs, like OWASP top 10 websites or something like that, instructing pilots to upgrade their computers on a weekly basis, changing mechanisms and vulnerabilities. This can also be enriched with cryptographic puzzles, the easiest being some binary or hexadecimal number to be translated into numeric values to gain access, followed by finding and copying the desired information onto your own ship. Those are just ideas. I'm sure CHE will do a fantastic job. Look at this statistic. Isn't this terrible? Help me change that. Thank you. That wraps up our dive into Star Citizen's data running and hacking. With just the Herald and the MSR in play, we're barely scratching the surface. I sincerely hope for deeper and more meaningful hacking gameplay than just plugging in a USB stick. I believe there's room for a lot more gameplay and ships surrounding this topic.